The great old ones. Family, is that you? The great old ones. Claresta Kire Faraf. Blar Kum. Mirin Kindoshis Claraf Karax Direct Koram. We're going to get into some things today while I can talk. And we're going to talk today about some of the things the great old ones do. I'm not going to say used to do, because we still currently do it in other dimensions while we're going through our mission on planet Kai. But I'm speaking to the great old ones. I had to get off my live the other day because my higher self is about to just, he'll piss people off. Because everybody wants to be included in this, and you're not. You're not. You're not. You didn't earn it. So you can't be included if you didn't earn it. I'm sorry. Everybody's not chosen out here. Everybody's not a great old one. Everybody doesn't have the ancient DNA. They don't. They don't. It's a royal bloodline, and many of us went through a lot of things. Many of us are isolated from most people, and that's an indication that you know. But let's get into some indications if you know that you're a great old one at this particular point in time, right? One, if your gifts and abilities are beginning to come online. One, what are you doing right now? What is coming out of you right now? Two, if you feel pulled to get out in the sun and put your feet in the earth, it's like not because you need to do it or you want to do it, because you feel like that is actually a part of your day. There was something that may have shifted in you in the last few years where you heard about getting out in the sun, but now you feel like, oh, I gotta get out there. Every time you get the sun, it's like a warm blanket. You have to look at it. You feel a part of the sun. You probably are a great old one. Two, if you incarnated in a family where you question everything, I mean everything. It got you in a lot of trouble when you were younger, but you always stood strong to the point where you are now isolated from your entire family and you feel like you're older than all of them. Like they do things that just seem stupid to you, but you don't want to say it because as a youth, you always got in trouble for saying it. You always got in trouble for questioning the pastor about these questions like, okay, so if there's God, who created God? And he don't know how to answer you. You are a great old one trying to help him realize that he don't know what he's talking about. And it got you into a lot of trouble. He don't know what he's talking about. Uh, another way to know if you're a great old one is if when you walk in the room, you change the energy of that room. People normally see for great old ones. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. Since you're a great old one, you seem to go against the grain for everything. Like, because you're here and you've been here and many other places for millennials, you don't like to do what everybody else does. You are here to show them something new that they have never seen before. And as a great old one, you feel pulled to express yourself. And as a great old one, when you don't express yourself, you feel like you're getting sick. You get angry because you're meant to express yourself. And when you express yourself, you've had the ability to change lives. That is the impact of a great old one. You are a wise person. You are probably a sage or some yogi in many lives. You're probably a superhero in many lives. You're probably a dragon in many lives. And you just knew it. You don't know how you know it. You see how other people are getting to know it, but you're like, that's corny. I want to do it my way. Because you realize that in this matrix, we're only taught to learn certain ways. And it starts from school. But if somebody comes outside of that box and learns another way and just knows things, you're probably a great old one because you are old and you're over it. Huh? You're old. is boring. I'm used to knowing everything that's inside of me, right? You probably a great old one. Another indication to know if you're a great old one is if you do feel pulled to dragons. Not just I like to look at them. I feel like I know dragons. I feel like I was or am a dragon. There's something out here when you see a dragon that's like, yo, I feel like this is, I can't, but you don't want to say it out loud, right? Because the people that you may be around are like, oh yeah, I'm a dragon. Oh yeah, 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 you're a dragon. Uh-huh, whatever, whatever. And you know, like, no, I'm a dragon. I'm actually a dragon. And they don't want to believe you. So you feel like you can't say what you got to say. So you just keep it to yourself, or you're online trying to find people who are like you because you're a great old one. Or if you're a great old one, you have found out that in order to attempt to overpower your power, people will gang up on you to try to get you to flip to their side. But guess what? If you're a great old one, it never works. You will stand strong, 1,000 versus you, because you realize that you have a team that is backing you that is more than them, because you're a great old one. If you see animals beginning to swoop around you and come up to you, hawks, eagles, frogs, turtles, snakes, they can see you. You're a great old one. If you feel pulled to Kemet, to Nubia, if you get visions of the past or the future of that, you see hieroglyphics, you see statues, you see dragons, you probably are a great old one. If you feel like this is your last incarnation, you probably are a great old one and you're done with this shit. But you're going to do your mission. You're going to finish your mission. But you are done with this incarnation here because you're a great old one. If you feel like you get pissed off, you get pissed off when other people say they're chosen ones when you know they're not, you're a great old one because you know it took work to get to this point. And you just can't jump up in this thing like it's a new Tommy Hilfiger or Nike outfit or the new J's. The chosen one journey is not like the new J's, family. And there's a lot of people who want to be like, take the chosen ones and you got, I'm a chosen one. I'm a chosen one. Shut up. If you feel like that is you and you're tired of people saying they're chosen ones when they're not, because you can read their soul and their energy, you probably are a great old one. Merest. Klivim Kangara Sturu. Oh, I got one for you. When we used to go to war, we used to scare the mess out of our opponents because we used to sing together. When we're at war. I hear it all the time in my head. If you hear songs of warriors in the past, or you hear my language and then you begin to hear songs, it's because you are of the great old ones. Because we used to sing in unison, we would sound frequency would destroy them. We wouldn't even have to fight most of the time. The sound frequency of our unison or our unity, which is what they're afraid of, would scare them. Meres to Kores to Kurim, Vlivor Kirim, Clorems to Karax to Kirek Kloram, Bovum Birix Kuru. Boom boom. Vlinix Kirix Karax to Kirav Aram. Vrombo Firix Korix Korum. Bomvirix Kirix. My flom kom Dirax to Kiram. Vlom Vorix to Kirix. Blovum Bushikirix Koref. Varum Sturix to Kiram. Blue boom boom. Arrest. If you go outside, family, and you look at the sun, and it feels more than familiar, it feels like, yo, I want to go inside of that thing, then you probably are an ancient one. If you're looking at the sun, and it does more than just looking at the sun, like give you information that you just know now, rest. This person's not a chosen one who asked me to speak English. You're not. I'm about to start calling people out. If you want to comment on my lives and start talking, hey, hey. If you think I need to tell you, let's talk about it, right? If you think that I'm going to translate this to you, and you realize that English is a constriction language, you realize that there is no translation to this lengarakorex, the kirex. And if you can't feel it, and because you can't feel it, you're asking for a translation, it's not for you. Walk away smoothly. Because every single day, I'm getting back into my warrior mode. And many of you are too. The unapologetic side of you, the don't give a fuck side of you is coming online. And it ain't all love and light. That is to diffuse you and to make you feel like you gotta love and forgive everybody. Meanwhile, they're stomping you in your neck. If you feel like you are unapologetic at this particular point in time and you're expressing yourself freely and truly, getting downloads that you have never seen or heard before, but the truth feels better than a lie, then you're probably a chosen one. Mariette's the Karaxt. Just because a person has a lot of followers does not mean he needs or wants them. He only wants the right people. But other people are coming to watch. Watch us fly soon. Because I don't want everybody here. And I don't care. I'm not here to make money. So my message is not corrupted. If I lose customers based off of what I say, so be it. And if you realize that you're here for more than money, and the money does not corrupt or influence what it is you say, you're probably a great old one. Your task is bigger than the 3D matrix. Actually, you're here to break it apart. And if those people don't support you because you said something that offends you, they're really not for you. They wanted you to be nice to them, which means they're not ready to grow. Do you deal with anybody like that in your life? Do you deal with anybody like that in your life? They want you to be nice to them. They want you to be politically correct. Are you tired of hearing individuals that are so politically correct because they want to make money? I don't want to lose my following. I want to make money. You selling out. You selling out. If you are willing to lose everything in order to get your shit off, everything in order to sustain your activation and grow and fulfill your mission, then you're probably a chosen one. If you have had direct contact with your ET family, you're probably a chosen one. If you feel like, without a shadow of a doubt, you are of the royal elk, and there's nothing anybody can do to tell you otherwise, you're an ancient one. If you were asking yourself questions when you were a kid, wondering about space, like what is beyond the beyond the beyond, and you see it in your mind's eye, and you're looking at space and you just can't put your finger on it, but something's out there that's different. It's something about you that's different, or you feel like you're coming here to do great things that are not success-based based off of what they told you to be successful. Meaning that you're not here for luxury mansions and Lamborghinis. You're here for something different. You see yourself on top of buildings, destroying them. You see yourself on top of mountains, being able to fly. That's for you, ancient one, chosen one. And you're able to see through the bullshit of what they want you to chase, comparable to what you actually are supposed to chase. Do you feel like that's you? Do you feel like when you speak, your voice commands presence? It either pisses them off or makes them look deep inside of themselves because you have the ancestors living inside of you. And let me tell you about the ancestors. They're watching you at this time. They're learning from you at this time because you are ancient as well. Older than many of the ancestors that's living in your body right now. And they're learning from the great, great old one. Does this resonate with anybody? Does this resonate with anybody? Because if you are a great old one, not hiding in the shadows, but freely expressing yourself, you are going to be loved or hated. There's no in between. Loved or hated. People are going to love your authenticity, love your honesty, or they're going to hate all that you bring because you are destroying what it is they believe about themselves inside of this matrix. Like if you tell a person, that's really not who you are, like money doesn't really define you, and you tell them the truth about themselves, whatever you tell them, and they know it's true. The funny thing about these people that we're here to help, because a lot of us ascended from a place which we would call heaven, comparable to this place now. We came from that place to help these people. Without them, they'd perish. Without us, they'd perish, I mean. But you're telling them something that you know, that they know, that you're right. But they still snap at you, or they conspire against you, or they manipulate you. But as a chosen one, you know, like, listen, yo, I know I'm a high-level sorcerer, and I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to help them. Don't attack me. Because I don't have to lift a finger. If you know you don't have to lift a finger, you are a great one, because a great one has other great ones around them. And if you are a great one and you feel like you're alone, you are never, ever, ever, ever alone. You have so much help at this time, it's ridiculous. People who have done you dirty, thinking they got away with anything. They didn't get away with nothing. Great old one. Nothing. You just don't have to do anything. Master X to Kirem. Vlaim Exku. Bimvara Karax to Kirex Turem. Vlom Virex Kumbirix Karax Terex. Kapitin Saru. Vlom Virex Terem. Vlovum Kirex. Vloring Girex Karam. Boom, 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 boom. You didn't like Game of Thrones because of the dragons. You like Game of Thrones because you knew you were a dragon and are a dragon. You know you blow and spit fire. You just spit fire using this now. I used to always ask myself, why do us melanated people love hot stuff? We love hot sauce, hot Cheetos, hot Doritos, hot, hot, hot. And I'm like, you know what? It's because we used to spit fire. And it reminds us of when we used to spit fire and how comfortable the heat was in our mouth. Vlovo Kirix Karavaram. Vlarvum Barix to Kirix. Marindi Kirek. Blarvum Kirext. The time of reading is about to be a wrap. I try to read, and my higher self says, the best stuff is coming through right now. Put the book down. I said, all right, bet. I'll do that. I was trying to get my books out the way. My higher self was like, listen, yo. Listen. Go outside. Put your feet in the earth. Get the sun. And watch what happens. And if you're finding a difficulty to read and concentrate, it's because the best stuff is coming through in here. The best stuff is coming in here. Chosen one, ancient one, the great old one. Blofikirixt. And if you're around people who make you feel funny, or they are jealous because you're a great old one and they are not, they are missing the point of your presence in their lives. When a great old one enters in the lives of people who are younger spirits, and we have agreed to help each other, and you piss a great old one off, and the great old one is done with you, the great old one is done with you. Like, actually, because let me tell you something, right? As great old ones, when we decide to put our light into individuals and help them on an individual basis, and they take our stuff, happens a lot with us, especially those who are closest to us, they take our love and they take it as weakness. But love is really strength. Showing somebody, some of these unlovable people out here, love is strength. Bullheaded, unlovable people out here. And we show them love, right? And they take our love and they manipulate us. They steal from us. They lie to us. They conspire about us and talk about us behind our back and secretly hate us for giving them that love. Well, guess what happens to those people after they have shitted on a ancient one? Their life normally goes to hell after that. So if you're watching this video, if you're watching this video and you have a great old one in your presence, that is very special. And please do not do them dirty, because you are going to get your ass whipped badly. Great old ones are often misunderstood to the nth degree. Misunderstood. As a great old one, if you want to save some of your family that are shitting on you right now, exercise boundaries and distance from them. Because if you keep on letting them do that to you, you're going to turn that love to like, yo, get them. Get them. Get them right there. I'm done with them. Get them. Done. Done. And they're going to get got. You got to realize that we supersede the law. You understand? We supersede the law because there's no court of law for a spiritual ass whooping. There's no court of law for that. How you gonna prove I ruined your life? How you gonna prove that? Huh? Spirit sees everything. You see? How you gonna prove that? And putting spells on great old ones is one of the worst things. If you can deter somebody's path for ascension and you step in front of that, like putting spells on them, oh, I feel for you. If y'all putting spells on some of these people who are really trying to help you and coming in with the power, with energy of love, do you realize that? I'm gonna give y'all something y'all really never gonna forget. Yo, we are so great. We have heaven and hell on our side. What you gonna do when we got heaven and hell on our side? They both rooting us on. Heaven and hell. You can't beat somebody that has heaven and hell on their side. Uh-oh. So if you have put a spell on somebody or are putting a spell on somebody, you better stop and ask for forgiveness right now. Right now. If you're taking advantage of somebody, that's a chosen one. Yo, listen to what they're telling you. Absorb their information. I used to tell people that were close to me, I'm not going to ever give names because I don't want to put them on blast. 1928 blast Ave, I don't want to do that. But I used to tell people like, yo, you're using me, not using me. Do y'all catch that? You're using me, but not using me. You're using me for what it is I produce from what I'm trying to give you, giving love. We're able to take care of ourselves and find a way to monetize ourselves in a very respectful, righteous way because we're coming with the energy of love. And there's a monetary gain from that. Normally, whatever our monetary gain is, at the highest level, is contributed to you. It's directly linked with your gifts. It's your gifts that's going to make sure you're comfortable in this life. But if you're not using your gifts, you're not comfortable. But when you get around people, they want to benefit from the benefit of your gifts, but don't want to be benefited from your teachings. They just want to take the monetary gain from your gifts. You ever been around people like that before? I'm like, yo, you're using me. And because you know I'm a nice person, or I'm a giving person, you take because you're a high level narcissist, sociopathic asshole. I'm trying to help you because I know what comes next if you don't take my advice. What comes next if you don't take my advice is life that's going to go down. So, to protect them, remove them because they don't know what they do. They really don't know what they do. If you're in a relationship with a chosen one or talking to a chosen one and you're shitting on a chosen one, that ain't what it is, yo. That ain't what it is, yo. Because we can equally give you love or end your career. It's an equal thing. Which one you want? Lokire karakterix tukurim bufirix serex tekerem. Vlavare sokire kureleram zuvarikle sukure vares. Vlaivum garix tekirex sorexelem gufaraxirem. Bikarax tukurim burix. And as you go outside, if you want me to break that down, then I can't really help you here. We're past what a chosen one means. If you're asking if I'm a chosen one, you're not. If you're asking how do I learn a dragon language and not finding me to talk to me, then you ain't learning. You think this language came out without hell that I went through? You think your gifts came out if you didn't go through that hell and do that shadow work? Y'all think y'all could just sit here, watch people from the sidelines going through hell, never help them, and then think you're going to have the same gifts that's going to come through you? Most chosen ones don't have much physical support in their lives because you're a great old one and you are relying on your spirit team right now and you're being blessed. Many of you are being blessed because you relied on them over the people who let you down in your life. If you're a chosen one, the people that you brought or that you incarnated into, they let you down. But that was a gift. Let me tell you why that was a gift. That was a gift because you did not depend on them, which made you stronger beyond measure. It made you stronger. And because they turned their backs on you is the sole reason why your gifts are coming online right now. The sole reason why you turned your back from church and began to look inside of yourself. The sole reason why you jumped into consciousness, because they let you down. Mother, father, let you down. Sister, brother, let you down. Best friends, let you down. Spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, let you down and forced you to be alone with yourself and your own thoughts. Or you've had people come into your life that was not blood, but was more family to you than blood. Is this hitting anybody right now? How do I know this? Because we all, as all great ones, we're going through the same exact things. The same exact things. The same exact. We have known each other for literal millennials. We think the earth experience is so long because we're under the bubble of time. But for an infinite being, 80 years is a sniff. 6,000 years they have ruled is a sniff. It's a sniff. It's nothing. It's nothing. Vlokorex Kirex. And as you begin to vibrate higher and step into your divinity, you will have many bots, many NPCs to do their best to throw you off. You walk into a gym, they're all looking at you. You drive on the road, they're cutting you off. You go into a store, they rub against you. I want you to watch that. I want you to watch for anybody when you go places that rub against you or try to touch you. Don't let them touch you. Which is why I give my aura cleanse, and I play it whenever somebody touches me. Don't let them touch you. Because as soon as they touch you, you can, what the fuck? What did you do to me? So watch that. Watch that. Because you are being watched right now. And they can only make you do it to yourself. So if they piss you off, they're trying to get a response out of you. If they cut you off, they're trying to make you go vibe lower. Oh, look at this person. You're vibing low because you're not seeing the situation to transmute like, okay, this is a test on patience. Okay. Or this person is a test on boundaries. Okay. This is a test on anger. Okay. This is a test of lust. Okay. And you look at it like that, you're like, okay, now I'm seeing it. And as you begin to see it, the Matrix will try you even more, but they'll seem to be upset they couldn't get you now. And now another superpower is coming into play. Emotional control and emotional redirection into self. Can we talk about, how about this? I'm going to talk about this and I'm going to give you some things to do. If you have a partner, this works. If you don't, I wouldn't try it until you get a partner. We're going to talk about one of the biggest tools to use throughout this time that will enhance your mood, that will enhance your energy, that will enhance your manifestation, that will enhance your spiritual capabilities and gifts. This is called sexual alchemy for men and women that you can try if you do have a partner. And please let that partner be on the same frequency match or close to you. You have to be, if you're with a partner that's not awake right now, what are you doing? You know they're being used against you, right? You know they are, right? You do. A lot of y'all wish y'all don't have kids right now because they're being used against you right now, aren't they? Right. Right. They are. They're tugging on your heartstrings. The closest to you is I think kids are even worse than spouses because kids are kids. Like, you don't want to, put a kid on the street. That's how they get us with society. But your kid can be used against you as well. Let's talk about sexual alchemy. Now, if you are a great old one, your kids are being used against you right now. If they're old enough and they have an ability to know right from wrong, and they're constantly choosing wrong, and they don't know why they're doing it, they're being used against you. Or if they're all of a sudden forgetting what they do to you, being used against you. Walk-ins on your kids. The gloves are off, family. The gloves are off. Now, put a 1 below if you want to learn as a man. Now, females, if you have a man, he needs to watch this part of the video. Because a lot of your men out there are in bad moods. They are stressed out because they're not doing this. And you're not helping them by trying to steal their power from them right now. You should not be letting it go. But you also should not just be holding it down there in the root all day. All right? Now, this method is called an ejaculation. I'm going to try to keep it as clean as possible, but I'm at the point where I don't really give a fuck. So, it's called an ejaculation. Now, if it's over your head, I don't care. If you're immature, then leave. But this works. When you are about to let it go, fellas, you're going to push a point with all of your might. It's in between your scrotum and your anus. It's right in the middle. It's your PC muscle, your pubococcygeus muscle. And when you're letting it go, you feel it rushing up, you're going to press it and you're going to stop it. What that does is redirect it into your prostate gland and force it up your microcosmic orbit, up your other glands, which will invigorate your pineal gland. Now, if you did this more than once, you will achieve high spiritual capabilities. And she will achieve high spiritual capabilities. Females, no more orgasm. Hold on to it. When you feel it coming, stop. Keep your energy as well. Now, if you both do this together and both collectively think about something at the same time that you're trying to manifest for 10 to 15 seconds, watch the energy that you're putting out in the universe and watch how fast it manifests. What? Sacred energy exchange is healing. Fellas, if you got fellas, if you got issues with your skin, do this. Look at this. Yo, I'm 41. My skin look pretty good. I've been doing this method. I don't have no filter on. This is live. You can't do live on a filter. I'm 41, family. My skin is greatness right now. Sun, ground, holding my semen, but redirecting it throughout my entire body. This is real. If you're a fella and you feel like you're looking old and you want to clear your skin up, fasting, holdbacks. Sun, grounding. Herbs. You know I got the best. Herbs. You know I got the best, right? I keep it on me at all times. I just took my parasite and my Shilji that's at home. Right? Telling y'all. Oh, sure, I ain't talking about I'll be talking about my company here, but I gotta plug it in. I gotta plug it. Hold on, let me plug it. I gotta plug it. Let me see. Ooh. Let me see. Let me see. Plug this in here real quick. Boom, there we go. Boom. All right. Okay. There we go. EarthElevation.com, family. Hold on. You can get it. You good. I'm still alive, but you good. All right. But look, if y'all want to, I'm telling you, if you want to try this method, family, it works. And that's for free. Because I know it works. All right? I use it. It works. Somebody says 6 pounds in 5 days just taking my Shilji on a raw diet. Hey. Does it work or not? But like I said, family, if you a great old one, this message probably resonated with you. Ancient souls. And it's amazing. Listen, when you think sometimes when you're in the shit and you are becoming ungrateful, or you're just going through what they call a down period, which is really an up period, because your down is going to show you what you got you there and help you rise. And you're going to become a different person when you rise. When you get to those points, you must realize that you not being grateful is going to keep you there. You must stay in a perpetual state of gratitude for where you are, even if it's deemed unfavorable. Because for a God, you have to look at things from the Godhead and say, okay, what can I learn about this and how can I rise without emotional response and reacting? When you don't react and you think about it from a higher point, you grow faster. When you react, you can't think straight. When you're impulsive, you can't think straight. Right? So remember what I said, family. I love you. I love y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. Apply this information. Blokirix karax direm. Vliram du chikavarun vlerekire karavaram. Blovum girix karax dikirem. Vloras dikiram suru. And one more thing. You know how our phones and devices are always listening to us. You know that, right? The reason why I speak this tongue is because they can't decipher it, and neither can the bots. So when I speak this tongue, we're planning behind the scenes. We're planning behind the scenes. Right? Behind the scenes we're planning. Ancient language where they can't touch. And reading our minds. They can read read our program, but not our higher mind. They can read the program of what we're going to think. We're predictable. They can read the program. They can't read the higher mind. And they can't decipher this language either. Ha! So there you go. Klakarax to kirem. Blavaras to kirem. Blavaram klupsik kirix. Karax to kirax to rem. Bloram zufirix. Kaparom. Zip to kum barix to kire. Vlaivum staras to kirem. Varum. Love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.